Hey, how's it going there, folks? Welcome back here to a Saturday. It is the Earthmaster out here, about 11:48 a.m. California time, August 3rd, 2024. Latest activity here on the globe shows a little small microquake there, 2.3 into the Alaska area. I'm going to update that just a little bit. With the past 24 hours of earthquake activity here on the globe, look at the Philippines area, seeing quite a bit of aftershock activity over here overnight, following that originally a 7.1, downgraded to a 6.8. Last night, just about 9 o'clock my time, we've seen a 6.3, so a rather strong aftershock there. Overnight, looks like we've seen a couple more 4s in there as well. No more 5s or 6s for now, at least according here to the USGS. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that area. Definitely quite the shaker there yesterday. As far as any major adjustment going on following all that movement, if anything, there's a slight uptick here across the northern edge of this plate boundary and across the India region, but really not a whole lot of elevated activity following that earthquake movement yesterday. A lot of times when we see these big earthquakes stir up, it apply pressure in a certain region, and it will show. It will be obvious that that is the reason as far as the strain goes, because of that big earthquake. But I'm really not seeing anything at the moment yet. Still early though, right? Still early. 4.4 off the coast of Japan. The Kermadec Trench area looks like a couple 5s there overnight. We got some duplicates here on the globe, it looks like. I'm not for sure why. I'll have to go back over there and change that, because there's probably not really two 4.7s and two 5-pointers. So it's just an EMSC and the USGS combination here that's picking up both of them like that. What do we got? 3-pointer coming into the New Mexico area, it looks like right now. They're in the red flag, 11:35. So about 20 minutes ago, got a 3.2 out there. That's going to be out in the Pecos, Texas area, out there where the oil fields are. That 3.2 not coming in yet, but the EMSC picking up. Well, there we go. Came in just as I made that statement. So 3.2, 4.3 miles deep. Southern California, anything major going on here? Well, we got a little bit of activity here stirring up at the just off the San Jacinto Fault Zone, west of Salton City here. Not a big swarm, but a little bit. All this activity comes following a 3-pointer. Seems like a lot of activity here for a 3-pointer. Let's go back the last 7 days here and see where that 3-pointer was. It's roughly in that same area of the clustering. So that's going to be right here, 3.4 from yesterday. Not a big earthquake, but obviously it looks like some aftershock activity occurring following that 3-pointer. It's just a little odd to see that much activity from a very small quake. We got about 43 earthquakes here, most of that from yesterday and today. Further to the east here, the San Andreas Fault, fairly quiet. Not a whole lot going on across this area for now, directly on the plate boundary that is, but off of it, we got a handful of smaller quakes here north from yesterday and today. Let me bring up 2.5 and above. There's that 2.6, 2.8, 2.7 up there around Rancho Cucamonga area from yesterday. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. A little bit of swarm. It's not a big earthquake swarm, but I'd call this more of an aftershock event following that 3.3 from yesterday. 3.4, excuse me. Cascadia subduction zone. Got one little lonesome earthquake here, right smack dab. Well, it's down there a little bit. Probably above the tremor range, which occurs further downstream here. This earthquake, a 1.5, 14 miles deep here into the Cascadia. Not a big one, but anything on that monster is something to watch, right? This area is well overdue. Well, can't really say well overdue for a big earthquake, because it averages roughly between 280 and some folks say 500 years. And the last one, as far as a major rupture goes, was back in 1700, so 324 years ago. Yellowstone National Park, nothing showing up there for now. Across the rest of the country, got one earthquake out in the New Madrid seismic zone, a little 2.1, 6 miles deep there, right on that fracture area. See if Hawaii's got anything stirring up out here following all this movement from yesterday. A handful of smaller quakes out here, really nothing major. I don't see any major increasing activity. Let's go check out the volcano hazard site here real quick, see what's going on here on this Saturday. It's cloudy, but it's hot out here in Northern California. Had some sprinkles overnight around the Chico area from some monsoonal moisture coming in. Kind of nice, but it's hot out here. Hot and cloudy. There's the earthquake activity. Limited for now. There's not a whole lot going on here. Looks like some of this may be offline. Notice these seismograph stations there. Let's see what's going on with these. There's the tilt or GPS. Yeah, it looks like these are offline, so really have no way to look at the recorded data. Looks like it went offline just after midnight there, Hawaii time. All right, well, hopefully they get that fixed. As far as the tilt meter goes, let's see if this is online. It is. Not a whole lot of change here at the Upper East Rift Zone. As far as the summit area, still going up here a little bit, but really no drastic changes. There's the magma displacement there from the summit off to the Upper East Rift Zone back in the end of May. We've been going up a little bit here, but we're not matching the previous level seen. So just a little standstill right now across the area. We'll check out Iceland area real quick, see what we got for earthquake activity. About 26 earthquakes in general across the Iceland area. Nothing major going on here across the Svartsengi area for now. And the rest of the Atlantic Ocean pretty quiet. A little 4.7 way up north here into, that looks like the Russia area. Let's see where that's at. Kind of an odd one way up there. Yep, 4.7. Northern Russia, off of the plate boundary. Mediterranean area fairly quiet today. And what do we got? Another 4.7. That's from about an hour or so ago. Not for sure why it jumps back and forth like that, but all right, well, we'll keep an eye on things, see how today plays out. Space weather activity, well, we got a G2 class storm in the forecast here. If it follows through, here is tonight's forecast here, folks. So if we're going to see it, we got to get out there this evening after dark, pending you have clear skies. Could see it down into the northern tier states. This is for the KP index of 5. That's the forecast of the KP index of a G1 class storm. But on here, we got up to a G2 class storm, so that would be a little bit more amplified here in terms of the auroras. Tomorrow night, not so much. So if we're going to get out there and at least try it, tonight's going to be the night to see if we can see anything from this solar storm. Got pretty decent M flare coming in right now. Notice that it blocked out a lot of the image here of the UV filter. That's coming off of a large M flare right now, it looks like. Very close to the X flare category. An M7.3 once again. Stair-stepping up here into the M flare category. No X flare yet, but you know, we got quite a few active areas out here. So this most recent M flare is coming off of sunspot 3775. A look at it today, as far as the most updated image, shows a little bit of complexity out here. Not a whole lot, but I guess enough right there to produce a decent M flare. Many other sunspots out here as well harbor the potential for some M flare activity and maybe an X flare. Also a fairly large active region way out there on the eastern limb. We'll have to get we'll have to wait a little bit before we see what this thing looks like in terms of complexity. Let's see. Flare threat, 25% chance for an X flare. M flare at 75% chance. C flare around 99% chance or so. And there's our solar storm for tonight. Far as any major severe weather goes today, there's a slight risk for some severe weather out there across the eastern portion of the country. And up here in the north, got a 2% chance for some tornado activity there in the Minnesota region, also down in extreme southern Florida as well. Main threats today going to be some wind and some damaging hail associated with those thunderstorms. National Hurricane Center here, we got Tropical Depression 4. Got a chance of this thing kicking up to a tropical storm is what they're calling it. Doesn't look like it's going to turn into any type of hurricane, at least according to the National Hurricane Center here. But looks like, you know, the effects of this tropical storm could be felt well before these arrival times. But there's actually a hurricane watch up in this area in the pink. Tropical storm warning right here in the blue. Maybe they know something we don't. It's possible this thing could amplify a little bit and reach hurricane status. But there's your hurricane watch there across Florida. And then let's see what this weather model is predicting down here. Here's the area of interest. We're going to put this into motion just a little bit and see what happens. It tightens up a little bit there. It may reach hurricane status, at least looking at this. Pretty decent pressure right there. Again, that's all subject to change. After that, well, it kind of spins around and spins back there across portions of the southeast. So we'll have to watch this. And then maybe later on, towards the middle of August, some type of tropical system out here. But that's a ways out, obviously. Have a good day, folks. Seismograph stations out here look fairly calm for now. Not a whole lot going on. Enjoy your Saturday, and we'll catch you guys back out here a little bit later on. Take care.